Hey everybody, this is Rick starting over. I was reading some news this morning, and without going into any individual story, I started thinking about common sense. And does everyone have common sense? You would think so, but what I try to do is when someone says something or when I read something, I say to myself, does that make sense? And unfortunately, there are people that don't seem to have common sense. Um, and I think that that sort of litmus test of when you hear something, you say to yourself, does it make sense? Does it make common sense to me? And you can usually put a yes or a no on it. And it also raises the question, are we born with common sense? And I think we are. And if that's the case, are there people who are born without common sense? And it seems like maybe that's the case. That common sense is not something that you can acquire. It's inside. You know what's right and wrong. Your common sense tells you. You don't need to be told for every event and everything that happens in life, this is what you do and this is what you don't do. You have a set of principles that you grow up with somehow. And right from wrong. You know if something makes sense or not. But there are some people in this world who don't seem to have common sense. What they do doesn't seem like it's correct. And I don't think this is a judgment on people. This is just an observation that common sense, not everyone has it, and not everyone has it to the same degree as someone else has it. So I think maybe in the world we have a crisis of common sense thinking. That people are not using their common sense, or maybe they don't have the common sense to make good decisions, to make moral decisions, and the world is suffering from that. I mean, no one has to tell me what's right and wrong. I know it. Inside, I know it. I know when I see something that doesn't make sense, that's not right. I know when I hear something that doesn't make sense and is not right, or the same with something written online or in a newspaper. So maybe the state of the world is what it is because of a lack of common sense. People seem to be growing up without that kind of inner anchor of common sense when they deal with things in the world. And it's a little disturbing. But again, I don't think common sense is something that can be taught. I think you either have it or you don't. And I guess that's the message that I'm trying to get across in this video, that it's disappointing sometimes when someone does something and you say to yourself, what sense does that make? Can they really believe that makes sense? Anyway, if I've provoked some thought on the subject, that would be great. So this is Rick starting over. Please like and subscribe, and give me your thoughts on the matter. Till next time.